Yeah, welcome back to Career Build Series, episode 151. And so I think we'll do a little bit of building in here. So it's been a couple days since they announced the next major update. We're about a month away, a little less than a month away. And so I really wanted to make an excavator. And so let me go ahead and bring that up the weekly update here. And you'll see, I kind of want to show you some of the stuff on that. So if we look down here, we have this excavator. And, one of the things that I was really hoping for with an industrial mod, which I never expected we'd get it, this soon, is the need or the ability to use more construction equipment. Like with coal, we just have it just drops the coal on the ground. Now, as you can see, you use this mining head to bring it up, and then if you look, they have a skid steer, and the skid steer has those conveyor pieces, the hoppers. They're not the hoppers, the ducts. These are the hoppers or ducts, and so it looks like you drill these up. They sit on the top of the ground, and then as you drive over them, you can pick them up and then hopefully dump them in. And so this looks really cool. And so, I wanted to build an excavator and I was going to use it to move containers, but that doesn't really have much functionality. Now we're going to have a part come in within a month that's going to have some functionality. And so I kind of want to start building an excavator. So I took some pictures of IRL excavators. And so let's just bring up some as well here. And so I kind of want to make it'll have to be kind of smallish. I don't know where we're going to, because we don't have that new content yet, I don't know where we're going to be able to spawn it. So I'm going to try to spawn it in the train base. That's going to give me more space. And then once I kind of have a proof of concept, I can always adjust. So one thing to look for here is, I don't want to go to the website. I just want to open the image. Let me open image in new tab. Okay, so here's the image of this case excavator. So we need to understand the mechanics of how this operates. You have a permanently curved main boom. I'm going to make it turn with pivots. I'll fake some pneumatic pistons visually. Then, as you can see, the attach point to this is, about 10% down from the end, and then we have a piston controlling that. So I'm going to do another pivot and then a fake pneumatic piston. And then we have the last piston here. It controls a shackle that then moves the bucket. So I want to put in all those elements, and so it's good to kind of have some reference material here because this allows me to figure out the geometry of it. And so I also at some point want to build a crane. So hopefully if I can get a base here, I can build a crane. So let me start with pivot. So we'll do a power pivot to start. You know what I'll do instead of a power pivot? Let's do a turret. Let's try turret ring medium. And then this might just be more robust doing it this way. And so we're going to build on top of this, and this is going to allow me to go 360 degrees as well. So that's good. And then let's start just building. And so I think what we'll do is go like this. Put up symmetry. And so I'll do a lot of the finishing work maybe. I don't want to do too much of a building video, but I don't want to do like 3 building videos in a row. But I'll do some of the finishing work maybe off screen, and maybe I'll do it on screen. But I kind of at least want to get the mechanics working. So there we go. We have our top, and then this will be where the tracks are. So I want to get the tracks in. I don't have too much experience with tracks, so I want to get those in pretty early to make sure the functionality works. And so that way, I know if I'm going to have any problems, I can fix the problems. All right, so there's kind of our base. And then I'm going to have some long portions here. And so this will also help me with kind of determining the width because we're inside of the train. So what's that? That is 10. So I want to make this 10 as well. That is 10. Look at that. That was a good guess. All right, so let me start working on tracks. Nope, not tracks. Wheels. Let's see. Again, I don't have any experience with these, so I have to kind of see how this is going to turn out. Maybe 1, 2 down. I'm going to put the drives in the back, so I want... Let's try huges, see what these look like. Yeah, that fits, so let's do that. And then how many off is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And so that would be 7 here. 7, and then we'll take that, stick that there. All right, so that's going to be kind of influence where the top of the tracks are. And then I think what I want to do is let's make a parallel line under here. And that should let me put some underneath here as well. And I haven't checked the orientation arrows, which isn't great. I kind of should have been doing that the whole time through. All right, let's spawn that, just see what it looks like. All right, that actually looks pretty good. That looks not too bad. Yeah, shape looks nice. I think that's pretty good here. So that's pretty good. We won't be able to make it out of here, I don't think, with it like this. So let me quickly check. Where are my drive wheels? Drive wheels here. So one tip I like to, one thing I often recommend to people is to test with electric motors first, and then you can kind of go from there. Let's put a seat on here just to start. So I'm going to test early, infinite electricity, do all that. So WS is going to be my left side, and up down is going to be my right side. Let's turn on infinite electricity. I just want to see if I can get out of here. This doesn't necessarily need to be launched in this base, which probably won't be. Yeah, see, that won't fit in there. Yeah, let's not bother launching in here. I doubt we're going to have to launch it in here. Let me save this. Excavator, and then let's go ahead and let's just go to Draymore. I'm thinking that if you're using mining vehicles, you're going to be able to launch some really big stuff, so no point in me building it in the train hangar. All right, so that is set up. That looks good. That works well. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to get rid of this, and then let me dress this up. All right. Yeah, I'll kind of get a frame going here that's not terribly garish. Maybe 1x4s, I think. Yep, 1x4s will do it. Okay, perfect. So that is going to be the frame. All right, so we have our frame in place here. All right, and tracks are looking pretty good. Let's start working on the upper section here. So I'm going to start by just making a platform, pretty basic platform here. And so I want to go all the way to the back here. I want to overhang so that I can put my counterweight on the back. Often they're cable lifted counterweights there. And then I should stick over the tracks. So kind of set up the... Let me look at the pictures. I think they're sticking over... Yeah, they're sticking over the tracks, so that's good. All right, and so the cab's going to be on one side, so I'll start taking off symmetry here. And I'm just very rough, very much making this rough here. I want to make this so that it's kind of have the spatial elements of it, and then I can go back and I can dial it in. All right, so this is a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it's kind of cool, I think, to have a big one. So, all right, so let's kind of just flesh this out and kind of finish that. So this will be the cab area. So I'm just going to make boxes just so that I know what's what, and just kind of spatially figure things out here. All right, so this is just kind of very rough. That's my cab, and then I'm going to build an engine compartment. So it's a little bit on the high side, maybe one block lower. And this will be counterweight in the back, so kind of just segment that so that I have counterweight. And then need plenty of space here for the main boom, so let's go ahead and we'll cut across like that. And again, this is all going to be shaped. It's just, you know, starting with boxes and then can cut them out when I get going. All right, so there's the main start. Now the armature, the main boom, it has to be pre-angled essentially. It has to start out angled. And so I need to start it that way. So I'm trying to think how to do this best. So we'll just start with a couple pivots here. And we'll do these power pivots. One reason I can read their direction, or their position rather. And let's go right to the edge here. And then I need to invert them. One of the benefits of doing it this large is it also allows me to have a larger boom arm, which will help me hide things a little bit better. All right, and so let's join these. All right, and so I want to kind of pre-angle this. So I'm going to go, I'm just using my reference photos here. And so this front section is just like that. All right, and then if these are angled, that will allow me to bend it all the way through. All right, again, making boxes, and then I can, reshape them after that. But just proof of concept, getting it up and running is my first step always, and then I will, then I go ahead and I actually start to, decorate and make it look better. If it's not going to work, I don't want it built, have a bunch of build in there, and then so I have to worry about the height. The height's going to plague me. So I have to cut the... So I think what I'm going to do is instead of, having that go straight up, I'm going to need it to come out straighter in front of me or else it's just not going to work. So go like that. Go like that. And then I will start to angle it here. So we'll start at an angled position here. So about here, I think I'll change the angle. All right, we'll change our wedges. 1x4s might be too much. No, 1x4s seem good. All right, so those are in. Let's go ahead and finish this up here. And so having a large excavator will just give me a little bit more, start me out in a better position, I think, having it already kind of large. All right, so that's in, and then let's kind of match up the other side here. So that's too thin like that. Trying to think how to set this up here. I'll make the end of the boom here kind of the size that I want it, and then I can redo the bottom or move the bottom as necessary, I think. Because I need to have enough space to put in pivots at the end section. I'm afraid this is going to be too thin looking. Yeah, so like that's too thin. I need it definitely one more block. That's better. All right, so starting to flesh this out here a little bit. And let's try changing the angle here. That's better. Yeah, that's fine. I'll cut under there and that will fit fine. So that actually works pretty well, I think. Yeah, that should work fine, and then I'll cut this section out here. And then that won't interfere. Beautiful. All right, so that works. Then I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll duplicate it on the other side, so I'm not having to just do the same stuff over and over again. But, I figure I have a month till this comes out. It'd be nice to have some stuff done so that once, that's definitely what I'm going to want to play with in the career build series. So having a couple things kind of pre-ready. I've been working on a mining truck too for coal. I can kind of show you that. And then, yeah, see, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that came out pretty well. So let me copy this up here, and then I will just move it over. All right, so those are now together. That's pretty good. All right, so next I need to do the next boom section. So, looks, so I need to have three, I don't really think I need, I don't really need large pivots. Let's see if I can do it with a small pivot. Because the excavator I'm looking at, it narrows down here for the attach point. Then I want a couple robotic pivots here. One of the reasons to make it so big is the second section needs to kind of slot in there, and so this being 3 gap, that allows me to put in a solid 2 in there and make that work. So that's pretty much of a straight piece. Yeah, so let's go and let's make this hang straight up and down. Okay, and then I have to worry about the height. You see we're already almost at the height limit here, so I need to kind of keep that in mind here. All right. So keep that height in mind. All right, so there we go. We're starting to work on the next segment of the excavator. Could move the symmetry plane for this. Let me do that. I'm going to move the symmetry plane over to where the middle of the boom is here. See, I can't do that with this as a two-piece. All right, let me know. I won't worry about it. So I'll be fine. So I'm just trying to get that set up. It'll just be all be double piston. Go down some more here. I want to kind of get this armature as long as I can. This boom section as long as I can. All right, so that's probably more than long enough. Let me actually cut some of it off because I still want to be able to attach something to it. And I don't know how those parts are going to attach yet. So next thing I want to make is I want to make the actual pivot on the end here. All right, so that's that. All right, let's grab some wedges. All right, so that's looking pretty good there. All right, so I just want to make a pivoting platform here. And so I think do 2x wedges on there. And so hopefully whatever that part is can be attached to this. And then, you know, I'll make this platform attachable, so. All right, so there we go. We have another knuckle there, so that's going to be where that attaches to. So I want to put yeah, so at some point I'll hook up all the pistons to make them work. But not going to worry about that right now. Let's kind of finish this up here. And then just to kind of do a proof of concept testing here. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool to get, you know, get excited for this new DLC. So I think I could probably cut out one section here. Let me see. Let's go like this, and then let's go. So I'm just slimming this up. This section was a lot thicker than the other one, and so I kind of want to slim it a little bit like that. Just try to make them a little bit more uniform like so. And a little bit less sharp of an angle. Yeah, like that. That I prefer. And this here could be 2x wedge there. Just trying to make the angles look better. All right, so that's better. That's looking good on this side. So I'm just going to copy it over to the other side here. Where are we at here? There we are. Okay. And then I copied too much, but I can still make that work. All right, so that looks good. Let me fix whatever I screwed up here. There we go. And then this needs to be copied there. All right. And I'll fill in this area, and then that makes the boom pretty much designed. Whether or not it's going to work well, we'll have to test. But I could do something where maybe I try to load a ship or something with this. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so there we go. We have a boom. We have all that in there. So let's start to run a microcontroller. I want to get this boom articulating. I should be able to do it. Let me just try it with the standard keys for right now. So let me think about how I want to do this. So I want up, down. Okay, so up and down is going to do main boom. It's going to be main boom. Left, right is going to turn the base plate. So I'll work on that turret. I want WS to move the second arm section. And then I want left, right. I'm sorry, AD. Where's AD? AD is going to control this part. All right, then I need to knock all the sensitivities down because those are going to be obnoxiously high. I already know that. So let's go down to about, oh, I don't know. Let's start at 4%. And then we can change them from there. And I don't want to reset, so I want stickies. Sticky. That one I'll deal with later. Up, down is going to be 4% sticky. All right, let's spawn that in. Let's test her out. Yep, I forgot you fall through tracks. All right, so there we go. We have the second segment of the boom. I have a friend who drives excavator. He told me what they're called, the sections are called, but I forget. So this should have good long reach. Should be able to articulate all the parts here well. The second section is a little on the short side, but it's going to have that mining head on. So we need to consider that mining head looked pretty big from the video. So if I put this on the ground like that, that's probably the mining head touching the ground. So I want it so that I can, you know, still have plenty of reach. So this works well. This is, you know, this is going to give me good reach. I could probably reach all the way to me and reach out. You know, so that's looking pretty good. You know, size-wise, it looks pretty good. It's a little bit narrow. Tracks are a little bit long. Tracks are a little bit tall. You know, I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how it functions. Tracks seem oversized. So maybe they're, I like the width of them. They just need to be a little bit shorter, I think, and a little bit maybe less tall. But that's something I can deal with later. But it's good to start getting in there and kind of seeing what we want to build with this. All right, so that's good. Let me see if I can't fake some pistons here. I'm not going to worry about faking pistons at the moment. Yeah, but that's a good start. You know, I've been kind of excited about this. I want to get started with building something to kind of think about. And the other thing is I was thinking of building a crane, and so I wanted to get a base going. So let's do this while we're here. Let's go ahead and let's set up the microcontroller for the turret ring. All right, so I need to bring in a number, which will be current rotation. rotation, and then I want to do a number out, which is going to be the desired rotation. Okay. PID. We'll just do a regular PID. We don't need an advanced PID for this one. I think so. This goes there. I think this goes here, and then constant on. Yep. And that's a 1. Let me check this out here. Okay, what the heck? Trying to remember how I do this. I mean, I have to set it, so I'll bring up the Mako. That has one on it. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I forget how to do it. So let me save this, and then I'll grab the Mako and figure it out. Alright, so turret ring right here. Alright, so let's see. Oh my god, just let me move. Just make it so I can't see. From turret. Okay, so here is my control. So that goes to the set point. From the turret goes to the process variable. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. What I was initially thinking, but for some reason I didn't think that was what I was doing. So what is that? That is 3 is what I want. Three is going to be left, right. All right. Can't highlight anything with my mouse today. Oh my god. Can't highlight anything with my mouse today. It's being very annoying. All right. I didn't hook it up, so that won't work. All right, you go there, and then that's fine. All right, so that needs to be inverted. You go there, you go there. So that's inverted. Make that 0.5. Let's do this. Take another PID. Go there, we'll go there, and then there. Also, like so. This should give it just some more stability. Alright, let's check the performance on this now. Oh, come on, let me get in the seat, man. I hate it when it does that. See, it has drift. I don't want drift. Let's do this. Oh, I didn't set up. That's why. Left, right is setting is a reset. I want it sticky. Okay. Doesn't help when it's not there. Actually, that might be wrong. Yeah, see, that's not what I want. I do want it on reset. Let's go left, right, reset. And then I need to go in here and I need to put a clamp on there. And then I'll put a clamp on as well. Could have done it with a formula, but whatever, I'll clamp it. Let's try this. So I want it to stop and hold position. Alright, so I'll work on that later. I just want to get proof of concept going here. This looks pretty good. The boom looks a little bit thin still. I think I'm going to shrink the tank tracks. I think I'm going to shrink the whole excavator area. Make the whole base of it smaller, but it's a good start. So I kind of want to just get a start going here, and so let me save this, and I'll show you my mining truck. And so again, we have about a month to work on this stuff. So, and then I don't want to get too far ahead because I want to know what we have. So this is a mining truck I made. It's based off a real mining truck. So I made it for coal. Very basic. I don't even know how to start it. There we go. Okay, so this is my mining truck for doing coal. As you see, it's articulated. So this is meant to go in the coal mine. As you can see, manually raise the tipper. This holds a lot. So next time we do a coal mission up to the Arctic, especially, this is what we're going to use to fill the train, or one of the things we'll use to fill the train, because as you can see, this loads a lot, and you know, this has a lot of space in there for coal, and it will help me load the train more quickly. And so this already goes into the mine. So that was something that I've been working on, kind of off screen. So I figured I'd show you that. I'll make this kind of a shorter episode. I'll just kind of go over some of the things I've been playing with and working with. You probably have seen, if you've been on the Discord, you've seen some of the stuff I've been working on, just kind of playing around. Like, here's my sidecar. I'd like to make a regular proper motorcycle, but it kind of just sidecar is easier. So XML edited pipes. It's kind of a chopper. Kind of made it, you know, using rams for cooling, just to kind of make it, you know, an air-cooled motorcycle. Kind of cool little sidecar. You know, I wanted another vehicle I can load onto Triton, and that I can use to kind of get around. And so, pretty basic here. But nice, cool little sidecar motorcycle, just to kind of futz around the map with and screw around with. As you can see, it could really use a PID-controlled steering limiter at speed, or you know, I could do it with a function probably. I'll figure out a function and do it with that probably. But yeah, just a little cool little sidecar motorcycle. Like to get a proper motorcycle going, kind of a motorcycle nut. I made my pickup monster truck. My pickup monster truck is just the regular pickup truck jacked up on monster truck tires. So that's kind of cool. Kind of another thing that, you know, when I want to go somewhere, I want to go somewhere in style. So this needs to be re-geared. In real life, when you change the size of your tires, you're really supposed to re-gear. And of course, nobody does. The reason is, if you think about, your tires are your last gear. So the diameter of your tire, for example, let's say your motor's turning at 1 meter per second, or 1 RPS. Let's say that your motor's turning at 1 RPS, and it's turning your wheel at 1 RPS. If your wheel has a 5-meter diameter, that means for every 1 RPS, you're going to go 5 meters. So 1 RPS is 5 meters per second. If your wheel's half that size, if it's 2.5 meters, 1 RPS is going to be 2.5 meters per second. So you have to kind of re-gear for speed, but it's meant to be thin and tippy. It actually doesn't tip very much, but meant to be kind of just, the same old pickup truck just jacked up, kind of a la monster trucks. And so I thought that was kind of cool. Figured to show that off. And let's grab that in. Not too much that I've been working on outside. Let me look, see if there's anything else kind of cool I've been just kind of playing with. Not much, a lot of it's been on-screen stuff. I still have this little rib that I'd like to eventually get in. I did some motorcycle testing. Kind of did a hand cart, just kind of playing around with stuff. Setting up for a potential tanker mission to the Arctic. So I had to make a pump car that pumps diesel because at BVG you don't have any. Made a trike. So just a bunch of stuff that I've been kind of screwing around with, screwing some concepts. So I think we'll call it there on this video. We'll make it a little bit shorter. It's a little bit of a build video, and I'll try to get back into some more missions. But if you like the video, give it a like. If you like my content, please consider giving it a subscription. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.